In the last lecture, we discussed about social research methods, its types, its methodology. Now we are studying about social research methods. So starting with the surveys. Surveys are a method of gathering information from a group of individuals by asking them questions. Surveys can be conducted through various mediums such as paper and pencil, online forms, telephone, or face-to-face interviews. Surveys are a powerful tool for data collection, enabling us to collect valuable data quickly and efficiently by understanding that. Purpose and process of surveys, we can gather accurate and meaningful data that can inform our decisions and lead to successful outcomes. Example is to find out the attitudes of people on the polio eradication program, to record information about the members of a particular population. Now, the second social research method is experiment. The American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language defines an experiment as a test under controlled conditions. That is, meant to demonstrate a known truth, to examine the validity of a hypothesis, or to determine the efficacy of something previously untried. So, an experiment is a research method used in experimental research data design. It uses a scientific method and seeks to establish a cause-effect relationship between two variables by testing a hypothesis. In sociology, we test the relationship between social phenomena. For example, the Stanford Prison Experiment is perhaps one of the most famous sociological experiments ever conducted. In 1971, 24 healthy middle-class male university students selected to take part in stimulated jail environment to examine the effects of social settings, social roles on individual psychology and behavior. Interview is one of the primary methods of sociological data collection. They are usually used by sociologists to research more sensitive or complex objects and to gain in-depth knowledge of people's way of thinking and feeling about a specific topic. For example, some examples of open-ended research questions are: how would you feel about working during your initial years there? Can you describe the attitudes and approach to work for the other people working with you at the time? Types of interviews. Structured interviews. Structured interviews have predetermined questions in a set order. They are often closed-ended, featuring dichotomous or multiple-choice questions, while open-ended structured interviews exist. They are much less common. The type of question asked in structured interviews are predominantly quantitative too, as you can clearly see from the example below. An unstructured interview is a data collection method that relies on asking participants questions to collect data on a topic. Also known as non-directive interviewing, unstructured interviews do not have a set pattern, and questions are not arranged in advance. For instance, assume 10 candidates have applied for one opening of a research analyst with a market research company. They will ask job-specific questions in random order. The difficulty and subjective questions will change depending. So here comes the third and last type of interview, semi-structured interviews. It is a qualitative research method that combines a predetermined set of open questions and questions that prompt discussion with the opportunity for the interviewer to explore particular themes or responses further. For example, semi-structured interviews are widely used in qualitative research, for example, as household research such as couple interviews. A semi-structured interview involving, for example, two spouses can result in the production of data, including observational data. All you need to know is one of the social research methods, participant observation. Is a qualitative research methodology in which the researcher studies a group not only through observation but also by participating in its activities. Participant observation is a research methodology where the researcher is immersed in day-to-day activities of the participants. The objective is usually to record conduct at the widest range of possible. And for example, rural community participant observation, you are studying the social dynamics of a small rural community located near where you grew up. Non-participant observation involves observing participants without actively participating. This method is used to understand a phenomena by entering the community or social system involved, while separate from the activities being observed. For example, a young boy pointing a gun at Bobo Bandura is a perfect example of non-participant observation investigation. As a researcher, Albert Bandura was in no way associated with the method or process of the experiment. It is therefore a non-participant observation. Focus groups can yield very detailed information, are excellent for studying social process, and provide researchers with an opportunity to observe participants' body language. They also allow researchers to observe social interaction. For example, a focus group of parents of preschoolers meets to discuss child care needs. Secondary data analysis is the use of qualitative data collected by someone else or to answer different research questions. Secondary analysis of qualitative data provides an opportunity to maximize data utility, particularly with difficult to reach patient populations, tax records, and social security data. Analysis is a research method used by sociologists to analyze social life by interpreting words and images from documents, film, art, music, and other cultural products and media. For example, analyzing birthday cards to understand age norms, reading men's fitness magazines to discover patterns in the portrayals of men, recording conversations between physicians and patients to discern the relationships of power between two parties.